Have you ever felt like your peace was shattered by someone's absence? Their silence cutting deeper than any words ever could, their indifference hanging over you like a heavy fog. That's the subtle, often overlooked power of emotional attachment. It's like handing over the keys to your inner world, letting another person decide when you feel uplifted, when you crumble, and when you feel complete. Gradually, without even noticing, you become captive to their decisions, their behaviors, their whims. But what if I told you there's another way? What if you could reclaim your calm and resilience, breaking free from those invisible emotional ties that hold you back? The ancient Stoics reminded us centuries ago, you have power over your mind, not over external events. Yet how often do we surrender that power, allowing others to steer our feelings? Detaching from people, especially when it stings, isn't about becoming distant or unfeeling. It's about rediscovering who you are underneath the weight of outside influences. It's about restoring your inner tranquility, your self-value, and your independence. It's about shattering the bonds you didn't even know you'd created. If you're ready to dive into how to genuinely release and embrace a life filled with clarity, serenity, and fortitude, hit that subscribe button. This isn't merely about viewing content, it's about committing to reshape your existence, one deliberate step at a time. Together, we'll navigate this path of self-awareness, anchored in Stoic insights and the strength of detachment. Emotional attachment sneaks in so quietly, so innocently, a warm smile, a shared laugh, a kind act that sparks a bond. Over time, you start sharing fragments of yourself, often without a second thought. It feels harmless initially, but bit by bit, the lines blur between where you stop and they begin. You convince yourself that true connection demands compromise, that it's natural to yield parts of yourself for another's sake. But what occurs when you yield too much? When your joy, your calm, your very emotional balance hinges on someone else's presence or absence. The more you invest, the more you diminish. You mold your reality around their desires, their tempers, their quiet moments. What began as affection morphs into reliance. Their conduct starts governing your inner state, their quietude becomes a burden, and you question, who am I apart from them? Their whims control your highs, your lows, your sense of wholeness. It's all too easy to lose yourself when your focus is fixed on another. But here's the reality, unchecked attachment turns into a silent cage. When we link our value to another's actions, we relinquish our authority, letting them dictate our contentment, our equilibrium, our feelings. Yet Stoic philosophy offers a beacon. Epictetus taught that we control only what's within us. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Still, how frequently do we ignore this, permitting someone else's deeds or closeness to shape our emotions? At its core, emotional attachment is an unspoken agreement where we permit others to influence our mood. Detachment, though, isn't about rejection or numbness, it's not turning icy or indifferent. Detachment means recapturing your inner calm, regaining command over your emotional realm. It's recalling that your worth isn't tied to anyone's endorsement, conduct, or companionship. It resides solely in you. The Stoics held that genuine liberty springs from inside. By releasing draining attachments, you rediscover your resilience and lucidity. It's stepping away from the grip others hold on your well-being and reestablishing your sovereignty. Releasing doesn't equate to forsaking love, it means detaching your happiness from another's deeds or voids. It means your emotional state no longer pivots on their silence or presence. And surprisingly, it's less agonizing than imagined. In detachment, you're not forfeiting the individual, you're shedding the reliance that left you feeling fragmented without them. The secret to detachment is acknowledging that your emotional liberty rests in your capacity to thrive independently. It might feel daunting initially, but as you proceed, the strata of dependence you've accumulated start dissolving. As detachment unfolds, you see that the sway you believed they wielded was never truly theirs, it was yours all along. Reclaiming it dissolves those emotional shackles, those recurring cycles. What you mistook for love might have been a mirage, what remains is your core identity, your inherent vigor, and your ability to stand solo without incompleteness. Far from leaving you vacant or callous, detachment fills you with a profound wholeness you've rarely known. By freeing others from dictating your emotions, you carve room for a richer bond with yourself. You reconstruct your value not through external lenses but your own. Detachment isn't spurning others, it's reclaiming your authority and serenity. So why do we bind ourselves so tightly to others, even when it wounds? Why grant such sway over our existence? The root lies in fear, fear of solitude, of inadequacy, of severing a hard-won tie. But as detachment takes hold, you'll discover those feared losses aren't as crucial as presumed. You're not forfeiting love, you're gaining liberty. That liberty lets you love from abundance and dignity, not necessity. Detachment isn't dismissing others, it's rejecting the bonds that foster dependence. The capacity to restore your peace dwells within you, always has. Once you grasp this, you cease awaiting others to bestow the serenity you merit. You cultivate it internally, turning inward, detaching from outer forces that shape your worth, unveils your authentic self, and that self is abundantly sufficient. Recall the last instance you clung to someone undervaluing you. Initially, it seems you've lost something priceless, something meaningful that completed you. The void they create feels insurmountable, a chasm impossible to bridge. But truthfully, what you've shed isn't the person, it's the illusion you crafted around them, the vision of their potential in your world. This illusion traps you in an emotional loop, whispering that persistence will spark change. Yet the stark truth, releasing them means surrendering not just the individual but the dream of their transformation. That release lightens the load. It may sting like loss at first, but you're actually gaining insight, like clearing mist that obscured your view, sharpening everything. The haze of illusion can convince you love suffices to reshape someone into your ideal. But authentic love isn't molding another to suit you, it's embracing them as is, even if it means farewell. As Seneca noted, sometimes even to live is an act of courage. The essence of release isn't their absence but your choice of a path unbound to them. The tighter you grip someone undervaluing you, the more you forsake yourself under love's guise. You rationalize their flaws, mute your instincts signaling misalignment. You grow so wedded to their concept that you overlook their reality, persuading yourself ample love will awaken their appreciation of you. But love doesn't function thus. Genuine love isn't constant reminders of your merit from another, it's affirming your own worth, irrespective of treatment. Grasping this dissipates the fog, revealing the dynamic plainly. Releasing an undervaluer ranks among the toughest feats, compelling confrontation, they were never your joy's source. The truth simplifies, you're not losing reality but fantasy, the what if. As fantasy wanes, clarity emerges, not effortlessly, not without trials. It aches initially, like excision, but that opening fosters reconstruction, self-focus, growth, priorities. Releasing isn't love's betrayal, it's self-love's embrace. Grief and loss may arise, but you're granting growth's chance. The one you deemed essential was never your happiness key, you were. Recognizing this accelerates clarity's arrival, highlighting self-neglect, value compromises for another. It's uneasy reviewing past bonds, tallying self-sacrifices for love, hoping they'd mend perceived voids. But viewing attachment truths shifts outlook. You're not losing love, you're amplifying self-love. You gain fortitude to exit unserving ties, opening for healthier bonds. Releasing an undervaluer reconnects you inwardly. You cease gauging worth by their deeds, adopting personal metrics. Detachment's odyssey isn't love's denial, it's affirming real love starts with self-love. Standing empowered attracts valuers for your essence, not projections. You no longer crave external validation, you self-validate. The crisp severance from fantasy ushers authentic freedom. You cease feigning to match another's love vision, embodying truth, inviting respect-rooted love. This isn't instantaneous, it's steady self-rediscovery sans external pressures. Each stride reclaims peace and power. Releasing fantasy isn't memory erasure or past dismissal, it's acknowledging the needed one never completed you. You're whole already. Accepting this reveals sought externals were internal. Self-love's path isn't smooth, but rewarding. Release carves deserving life space, sans reliance on approvals for wholeness. Your happiness is key, always were. Pain, fundamentally, isn't to flee, it's no foe to evade or load to crush you. Indeed, pain ranks among your finest instructors, arriving unbidden yet compelling attention. Most numb or divert from its bite, missing its wisdom. But querying, what can this teach? Over, why me? Transforms all. What seemed penalty becomes wisdom's ladder. Stoics grasped. Life reiterates lessons till absorbed. Ignoring them recycles patterns variably. But comprehension ends the loop, reclaiming authority. Jung asserted, no consciousness without pain. Pain's paradox, it doesn't merely wound, it molds. Hardship's growth is unmatched, questioning beliefs, testing limits, reframing views. In agony, resilience's depth surface. Stripped bare, confronting remnants reveals unrecognized strength, not gained from pain, but unveiled. Pain transcends suffering, its comprehension. Viewing it growth's tool shifts from victim to healer participant. Broken bonds, missed chances, shattered dreams aren't arbitrary, they instruct, perhaps boundaries, self-advocacy, refusal of misfits, or self-worth valuation sans approvals. Seeing pain thus morphs fear to embrace. Resistance prolongs it, leaning in queries its lesson, diminishing grip. You control response. Stoics, we can't govern events, but reactions. In pain, choose, let it define, weaken, or build character, wisdom. Reflect. Last deep pain, what taught? Trust, self-care, authenticity. It exposed compromises, settling subpar. Pain signals change needed. Heating unveils self-layers, needs. Pain's impermanence, intense now, but transient. Emotions wane, wisdom endures. You'll retrospect not as defeat but profound learning. Embracing pain yields peace, halting flight denial, accepting as human facet. That peace propels forward. Pain hurt, didn't destroy, you stand stronger. Accepting pain teaches, not punishes, alters all. Stoics, suffering teaches if willing. Leaning in, querying revelations, strips control. Emerge wiser, stronger for futures. True power, not evading pain, but transmuting to growth fuel. Then, not surviving, thriving. Here's the deeper challenge. Sometimes pain's lesson targets you. How often clung to the unfit, ignoring instincts, ignored needs, compromising to retain, hoping they'd affirm worth. Blaming others eases, but truth. Lesson in your allowance. Self-entanglement in their deeds, peace sacrifice for connection illusion. This truth hits hard, like evading mirrors, finding issues stared back. Yet such insights, painful, vital for evolution. Each overgiving, boundary blur for affection, betrayed needs. Perhaps solitude fear, validation craving, whatever, you prioritize theirs, losing in patterns, desires, expectations. Jung, lifetime's privilege, becoming true self. But how, if molding to others' wants? How see authenticity tangled in illusions? Challenge, spot self fall into patterns. Easy blame others' deeds for pain, but query, how permitted? What part accepted less, feared exit? These queries unravel attachment, not self-blame, but pattern comprehension, self-betrayal depths. Entangling clarifies, freedom via acknowledging self-ties to choices. You've fragmented away unknowingly, awakening unrecognizable, life orbiting their approval, love. Seeing patterns rebuilds. Key, not other blame, but understanding stay in unserving. What feared release? Thought insufficient solo. This understanding sparks transformation. Jung's individuation. True self via pattern acknowledgement. They weren't yours, but external scripts dictating self-feel. Journey commences reclaiming narrative, halting choices happiness dictation. Not hard closing, recognizing well-being self-reliant. Process unveils discomforts. Accepted intolerable, fear-led settling, validation cost peace. Stings, but catalyzes change. Seeing self-betrayal, unmet needs for another's, grasps attachment depth. Spot living patterns, untangle. Release gradual, painful, self-rediscovery sans needed one. Rediscover worth sans approvals. Detachment space yields true power. Untangled from stuck patterns, realize barrier to freedom, you. Emotional detachment isn't shutdown, reclaiming peace, worth independent of others' choices. Standing in truth, even uneasy. Facing patterns halts repetitions, illusions. Creates deserved life, self-held happiness keys. Without boundaries, you let others dictate feelings, responses, identity, surrendering autonomy unconsciously. But boundaries reclaim control, deciding acceptable in life, ties, emotions. Boundaries. Self-respect act, declaring peace energy, time precious. Create self-rediscovery space amid noise chaos. Many dread boundaries, fear upset, rejection, selfishness. Truth. No boundaries isn't compassionate, it's doormat, self-loss for harmony, compromising well-being. Boundaries aren't cruel, ensure reciprocal respect. Refuse worth undermining behavior. Practice reclaims energy, peace, autonomy. Hardest. Realizing others' emotional drain, not just actions, but allowance determining mood, self-worth. Let push buttons, trigger insecurities, feel lesser. Recognition. Power giveaway, key to reclamation. Boundaries ongoing. Each, no, to draining strengthens, honors values needs. Uncomfortable initially, eases, attracts respecters, healthy ties. Boundaries filter. Admit aligned with values goals, space for true self sans exploitation. Clear. Boundaries don't isolate, protect space while healthy connections. Distinguish responsibilities, give sans self-loss, love sans peace sacrifice. Detachment liberates, care deeply sans behavior defined state. Love from strength, not need. Boundaries practice self-love, honor needs desires limits. Reclaiming power essence, prioritizing peace builds unshakable foundation. Say no to drains, yes to nourishes. Not selfish, self-aware, respecting, sustaining. Emotional world's keeper, peace untakeable. Boundaries essential, not easy. Practice reclaims energy, peace power. Protects, spaces deeper connections. Start. Identify boundary needs, step to peace reclamation. Your life, power to guard. Solitude often seems void, loneliness filled, longing. Alone, feels missing, incomplete sans company. But solitude no punishment, opportunity for reflection, strength. Many terrify solitude, silence deafening, stillness crushing. Yet moments unveil true self sans world noise. Detachment demands similar, facing self sans distractions. Easy avoid truth filling with opinions validation. Detach externals, space for clear sight. Solitude heightens awareness, patterns, fears, attachments. Sans reacting others' needs, hear own voice needs, honor. Not easy, uncomfortable, signals self-reflection, empowerment work. Longer with self, realize no need completion, you enough. Freeing realization, embracing solitude ends external reliance for definition. Self-defined terms, understand alone versus lonely, latter lack sense, incompleteness belief. Solitude wholeness, comfort own company, internal sufficiency. Seneca, greatest wealth, content little. Solitude finds that, need nothing external for wholeness, peace with self. Understanding shifts self-relation, world interactions. Comfort solitude makes present others, sans filling voids via ties validation. Enter wholeness, self-sufficiency. Not detaching, isolating, present sans worth reliance. Comfort solitude notices world noise less effects. Chatter, opinions, distractions fade. Peace unshakable by actions, inner strength from wholeness independence. External chaos persists, but center in silence, true power. Note, embracing solitude rejects not connection, understands happiness peace worth independent. Comfort self engages authentically, sans completion, validation need. Love freely sans return fear, whole sans. Detachment power, strong identity, open connection. Solitude ally for growth, not fear avoid. Discovery healing, strength space. Continued embrace tunes needs desires truth. Quiet moments reveal external searches internal. World claims closure external. Conversation, apology, explanation. Sounds simple. Wait apology, here explanation, all aligns. But hard truth, true closure internal. Moment decide no need completion, validation, approval, apology. Power forward, heal, reclaim peace always yours. We've waited right words, moment, sign release. Cling idea, right words erase hurt. But nothing external heals internal. Tough, Taught outward validation, others fix broken. Real power, healing. Stop waiting external closure, self-give. Accept. Closure not found, created. Not apology, answers, chosen own time, way. Realize no need from herder, power back. Let go idea actions, words whole you, free. Emotional freedom. Not waiting them, realizing healing hands. Mindset shift profound. Stops owed, starts self-given. Jung. Terrifying, accept self completely. Closure process. Learn accept completely. Peace independent actions, approval. Teach self-worth not hinge words, behaviors, timing. Heal forward own terms, sans need. Realize past controls unless allowed. Taught closure external event make right. But self-created loosens past chains. No need apology, approval, understanding. Self-forgiven, peace found. Release past fix need freeze present build new. Stoics. Now echoes eternity. Choose now shapes future. Past shaped, not defines becoming. Empowering. Choose release sans external closure. Reclaims autonomy. Decide forward, feel self. Realizes herder controls not future, yours. Actions unhold. Stop external seek, internal create, not victim, author own story. Reclaim pen, write next sans past waits unresolved. Think sought closure times, waited how long. Stuck replaying, different outcome hope. Truth. Wait answers ties emotionally, power giveaway control feel forward. Self-closure choice. Stops power give, dictate not emotional state, not pretend past unhappened, unheard, accept done, control now forward. Let illusion closure requires other. Choose forward not apology, explanation, don't need heal. Self-healed, permission let go. Power always hands, realize. Experience peace sans external validation, yours keep create protect. True closure. Stop waiting other right things, start right self. Not past move on, future step, keys own happiness peace freedom. Real power lies, once released, peace reclaimed, real work, create wanted life. Not enough detach unserving, first step, transformation. Redirect energy meaningful, nourishing, growth fostering. Long spent time energy others needs demands wants. Break free, channel own life dreams growth. Love once unappreciated, turn inward self. Shift. Life new purpose. Think. Overgiven fill void make happy, own expense. Moments slipped hoping value deserved, end drained unfulfilled. Survival mode, reacting others chaos, extinguishing non-yours fires. Now peace reclaimed, step cycle out, intention life in. No longer wait happen, create desire. Easy trap why not workout, victim feel. Let mentality go, power reclaim. Understand past, painful, foundation new build. Pain, betrayal, loss not chains, raw materials create. No longer wait external validation, approval, responsibility own happiness growth future. Shift self-commitment, growth investment. Not just past let go, active choose present future. Time passion aside pick, or nurture best bring relations. New purpose find, internal fulfill sans recognition, love depend. True power, energy once others, focus matters you. Rebuilding, discover capable more thought. Hardship strength, experiences wisdom, next chapter foundation. Not forget past pretend unhurt, acknowledge pain, honor lessons, use understanding fuel future. Stop, why me, question serves not. New, build newfound strength what, see gone through, heartache, struggles, doubt, unique tools equipped. Shaped understand time, energy, worth value. Waste not drains, invest nourishes grows closer capable being. Rebuilding, true potential discover. Create wanted life not easy, instant, gradual evolution, continuous growth. Every step closer meant self-version. Stop pain run, embrace change discomfort part. Growth comfort not, discomfort change in. Ready change, invest self, thrive over survive, world message powerful, not settle less deserve. Here create purpose, fulfillment, strength life. Continue rebuild. Reward detachment not others freedom, freedom build own terms, values own, purpose guided. Past defines not, choose present future shapes who. Start build, invest self, grow known could. Do, life begins reflect cultivated strength peace within. No longer survive, thrive. Real transformation there, taken first rebuild intention step. Remember, not lost, what create choosing. Power transform life within already. Time work put, build deserve life. Message resonated, moment subscribe, stay growth self-discovery journey part. Forget not check suggested videos screen, continue peace strength path. Thank being grok journal part, keep growing, evolving, remember best yet come.